Alright, so I'm going to get right into this, and I'm not going to spend too much time on an intro because I filmed it once already, and now I know how much time I actually have to film before this phone is going to run out of space on me. So, yeah, my name is Micah Cooley, as everybody probably knows watching this. And this is my FGOC, Frisbee Bags of Course, 2022 season in the bag. And I've got my trusty Trooper Dynamic Discs bag. And yep. So I'm going to start off with my putting putters, which are brand new to my bag this year. And they are the Prodigy PA3 350G plastic, which is very hard. And it's got that bead on it, which I absolutely love in a putter. Got to have that bead. And I decided to get away from the KC Pro AVR, which I've been using mostly for the past couple seasons. And I just needed something fresh and new in my bag. As you guys are all aware, my putting game tends to be all over the place. I fall apart in game just because of nerves. And I just need something fresh and new this year. And I decided to pick the PA3. I've been testing them out. They're beat up just a little bit already, but they hold their mold pretty well because they're a harder plastic. And I'm really liking them. So. All right, throwing putters. These are also brand new. New mold by Prodigy, new run. These are the PX3, and they're stable. This is a 300 plastic. This is a 400 Spectrum. They have the bead on there, and these things are super glidey, which I found out with delight, because I love glidey discs that I can not feel like I have to really just power them up there. They'll pretty much fly mostly straight. They might flip over if I snap them too hard, but if I hit it just right, they'll fly mostly straight, and then they will have a slight fade left, very small though. And these are going to be my approach discs, maybe my anything within the 200. You know, a shorter hole that is like 230 or under, that need a lot of touch, maybe woods shots. These are going to be the discs this year. I've been throwing them a lot, and I really like them. So next we have the Discraft Focus. I have this super old soft Focus, which is the most understable putter. It's pretty much always going to fade right for me. It's very grippy. I love the feel. The Focus also has the bead. I just love the bead on my putters. This is a titanium swirl Focus. This one it's getting flippier like this one, but it'll mostly just go dead straight, which I'm hoping will help me in tunnel shots this year. But yeah, I just love the feel of them. They got a pretty good amount of glide on them too, just like the PX3s. So to finish off the putters, we have the Zone. You got to have an overstable putter. It's pretty much essential in the bag, and you guys are all familiar with the Zone. So yeah, Z-Line Zone. It's been in my bag for a season or two, but I really like it. Then we have the in-between, the approach disc. It's an A2 by Prodigy. I know, Garrett, you have an A2. Gabe's just got an A2. It's so reliable. So this is a 300 plastic, and it never flips over on me. It's so overstable, and it's kind of in between that mid-range and putter. I'm hoping I'll be able to eventually get it to full mid-range, just based on maybe my form. I'll be able to get it that far. We'll see, but it's very reliable if I need that hook, and it's also a grippier plastic, so if I need an approach that I need to get around a corner, but I need it to sit fast, this one should do the trick. And then mid-ranges, I currently am only bagging 2 this year. Got the Prodigy M4, and this is also 300 plastic because I like my mids to have a little bit of grip to them. But this one, I don't know, it's a different feel than the 300 on the A2. but this is going to be my straight to understable mid-range for the year. I just love the feel of it. I've had it last year, half season last year, and I think it's going to do what I want it to.
That's parked almost an ace.
Heard a lot of good things about it. To round off the mids, we have the Verdict, which is my absolute favorite mid-range. This one is a medium burst, and it's got a little bit of a bead on there, but it's board flat. This one is super beat in. I've had this one years, and this is my most reliable mid-range. It's just, it'll fly pretty straight now and maybe a little bit of a hook. Sometimes if I really snap it, it'll just barely turn over, but it'll usually try and fight back. So if another disc is added to my bag throughout the season, it's probably going to be another one of these, maybe a different plastic that'll be a little more overstable. But yeah, this one is a essential in my bag for sure. All right, now we've got the Fairway Drivers, old reliable star sidewinder. Used to be Troy's, and this one is this one will be usually my right finishing to pretty straight if I can snap it on a hyzer. And this one I just love. I might eventually get a new star sidewinder, and just, I don't want to lose this one. So this and this I will present together. This is the H5 from Prodigy, and this is a full turn Outlander, and they are brand new. I've only thrown this one maybe once or twice, and this one I've never thrown yet, but they are the brand new additions to the bag this year. So this one is going to be supposedly pretty understable, 500 plastic. It's unique in that it's got a very wide rim on it there, so that has a very comfortable feel because of that, but it's also supposed to be pretty good for rollers because of that edge. So we'll see. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to. The Outlander, full turn Outlander, I would compare it right now to like an Onyx, but because I do have an Onyx, that's the next one in my bag, and this one's getting pretty beaten in, so I'm hoping this one will be just a step up from that. So the Onyx and the Outlander are going to kind of go together. And then to round off the Fairway Drivers, I have the Z-Line Predator, and this is my reliable fading left fade disc. I've had this one a couple years. I used to have an older one that was a different plastic, but I've always liked the Predator. It's very reliable. And then we got the big drivers. Starting with understable, we have the Goldline Havoc. This one, as you guys all know, in the FGOC, I can no longer really flick distance just because my elbow, that used to be my main throw. But now I need discs that I can throw backhand that will finish right. And this one is absolutely one of them. It's super understable. And I've had it for so long, so I know the disc really well. Step up from that, we have the Captain, and I'm also going to introduce the Daedalus along with that because they're pretty much exactly the same flight pattern, same distance, and pretty much everything about them. Except I bought this one and I found this one, so this is my disc to throw on water holes or any kind of hole that I probably could lose the disc. I'll go to this one because I want to keep this one. These are, so they have a -2 fade and then -2 turn and then a 2 fade. So they'll pretty much be my main distance discs that will have a little bit of, that S-curve flight to them. My other brand new disc to the bag, the D2, and I'm really excited about this one. I've only thrown it once right after I got it, but it's, been snowy, so I can't. But I'm really excited to try this one. I'm hoping this one will also be a distance driver because it's supposed to have that pretty good flex to it. I would maybe compare it to maybe a little more of an understable version of the Destroyer from what I've heard. So we'll see about that. But I'm super excited about that one. And I have my 2 nukes, Z-Flex and Z-Line. So more flippy, and then my pretty stable one. I got this one to complement this one because I've had this a couple of years and it's starting to flip on me. And this one is just very reliable to come back always. Lastly, I have the Z-Line Force, which I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually use this year. It has no flip whatsoever. It's my most overstable by far. Maybe I'll use it for, you know, that Annie turnover. But I just don't know how much I'll use it, but it might come in handy. And that does it for right now in the bag. Aside from other accessories that you guys don't need to worry about, like the chalk bag. So yeah, I'm excited for the season, and I'm excited to see what you guys got in your bags as well. And we will see you on the course.